Today we are reading about working with the Nmap scripting engine. Task number 11. In task 3, we looked very briefly at the script switch for activating Nmap scripting engine from the vuln category using script vuln. Yes, we remember that. It should come as no surprise that the other categories work in exactly the same way. If the command --script equals save is run, then any applicable save scripts will be run against the target. Note, only scripts which target an active service will be activated. To run a specific script, we would use --script equals and then the name of the script. And here we have an example. --script equals HTTP file upload exploiter, right? Here we exploit HTTP with a file exploiter. Multiple scripts can be run simultaneously in the fashion by separating them by a comma. For example, here we can see enumeration of SMB users and shares. Some scripts require arguments, for example, credentials, if they're exploiting an authenticated vulnerability. This can be given by the --script, -args, nmap switch. An example of this would be with the HTTP put script, used to upload files using the put method. This takes two arguments, the URL to upload the file to, and the file's location on disk. For example, here we see the entire command. Nmap on port 80, activating the scripting engine, HTTP put, and then here we see two arguments. The first argument is this one, and the second argument is this one. In order to see what this means, we can check the HTTP put from the scripting library of Nmap. And here we can see uploads a local file to a remote web server using the HTTP put method. You should specify the file name and the URL path with Nmap scripting engine arguments, right? And here we can see the arguments. We use file and URL. URL, the remote directory and file name to store the file, which we can see here an example, right? And we can see in our example is this one. And then for the file, the full path to the local file that should be uploaded to the server, which we can see over here. Current directory, shell PHP. Note that the arguments are separated by commas and connected to the corresponding script with periods. That is script name dot argument, right? Script name dot argument. A full list of scripts and their corresponding arguments, along with the example of the use cases, can be found here. And again, we will jump on the official docs of Nmap. And here we can see Nmap scripting engine, NSE. Here you can check the Nmap scripts. Nmap scripts come with built-in help menus, which can be accessed using Nmap --script help and the name of the script. This tends not to be as extensive as in the link given above, however, it can still be useful when working locally. Answer the questions below. What option arguments can the FTP anonym Nmap scripting engine take? And for this, I just opened this up, the FTP anon. And here we can see checks if the FTP server allows anonymous logins. If anonymous is allowed, gets a directory listing of the root directory and highlights writable files. Here we can see scripting arguments. We see max list. Also, before jumping in the arguments, you can see to the right jump to. So in the section, in the FTP anon section, you can just jump straight to what you want to read about or check out. Okay, now let's jump to the arguments. This is what we are looking for, max list. The maximum number of files to return in the directory listing. By default, it is 20 or unlimited if verbosity is enabled. Use a negative number to disable the limit or 0 to disable the listing entirely. Here we can see the FTP anon is allowed. And here we can see 6 files that this FTP anon engine script gives us. And here we can see Only 6 shown. Use the script args ftp anon max list -1 to see all. We read about that right over here. Awesome. So max list is what we are looking for. Amazing.